My name's Andy Preston of andypreston.com, and I'd love the opportunity to come back to South Africa to work with you and your team at the APSO event. For those of you who haven't met me before, my background is an ex-professional buyer in procurement, where I bought a number of things, including recruitment services, so I've sat on the other side of the table. I've then been the top salesperson in the UK in a commodity industry, struggling to differentiate my company from the 150, 200 other companies who did a similar thing. And for the last 10 years, I've been a professional speaker and trainer around the globe, working with 50,000 people in 15 countries, and I'm now lucky enough to be the top recommended sales trainer in the world. If you search Andy Preston Sales on LinkedIn, you'll see my profile and the 270 odd testimonials I've got from people who've worked with me and already got a result. And I'd love to work with you at the APSO event to help you increase your sales, get more vacancies, and get the margin and the profits that you deserve. Now, I guess because of my background, I get a lot of work in the recruitment sector, not just in the UK, but internationally, and for the last year or two, particularly in South Africa. And what I find with most recruitment training and most sales training is that a lot of it is based on models that were trained and used to work 10 years ago, 20 years ago, or sometimes even 30 years ago, often written by people who are now dead. Now, some of that stuff is still useful and some of it still works, but what I want to provide is up-to-date techniques that work in today's market and also future-proof you for the business that's going to come in going forwards. How are you going to prepare you and your team to be better going forwards? The sessions I plan to run for APSO are based on my unique standout selling methodology, which some of you may have heard about at the APSO conference last year. This methodology is specifically designed to help you and your team stand out from the competition, win more business, and do so even if you're a higher price. There's two particular sessions I want to run for APSO. The first one is cold calling and new business for recruiters. Having made over 100,000 cold calls myself and trained 50,000 people to do the same, I've got fantastic results all around the world, particularly in the recruitment sector. And that's the kind of stuff I want to be able to give you guys at the APSO event. The second session that I'd love the opportunity to run at the APSO event for you and your team to benefit from is mastering negotiation, how to stop getting beaten down on fees and rates. Now, this is much more than just handling objections that we would have covered in the first session. This is going deep into the negotiation and the psychological strategies for negotiating, and particularly the tricks that people will use against you to get you to lower your fees. Now, obviously, as somebody that bought recruitment services, I've sat on the other side of the table and can give you a buyer's insight into this, using all my background and my experience as a professional buyer to show you the tricks and strategies they'll use against you and what to do instead. There are 12 of these that you're probably not aware of and you fall for every time, because most recruiters do. I'll show you the problems that most recruiters have with negotiation and what to do instead so you can get great results. So not only do you win the business now, you win their business in future, and you do it at the fees and rates you want rather than ones they initially tell you they want to pay, or more likely, the rates and fees that other recruiters are doing for them at the minute. So in other words, whoever's the most desperate is the one who wins the business. That's not the type of business that I want, and I'm sure that isn't the sort of business you want either. So let's get you winning work at the right fee that gives you the rates and margins that you deserve. Now, what I'm also going to do for anybody who attends the APSO event is I'm going to provide some video content like you're seeing here as follow-up to the stuff I will deliver on the day to help you continuously embed the learning and get results long-term, not just short-term. I'm also going to do 2 specific webinars live after the event for any of the delegates to ask me questions, to talk about how they've implemented the material and to get better results going forward providing lasting return on investment for your attendance at this event. So if you choose me to work with at the APSO event, I guarantee to improve the sales and negotiation results of you and your team. I'll see you there.